Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It is War again, a friendly little Calibria crystal player. So, today I'm going to make a spotlight on boneking. This isn't the best ruined one, this isn't the best of anything, but I'm going to show you a few teams, a few places, and a couple concept ideas I plan on building up later to see if they work or not. But for now, I'll show you a few places where he works, what he does, and what he's good for. So to start off, first you go with his skills. Easiest way to figure out what he is good for is by checking out his skills. So his first skill does a bunch of damage, has a chance to slow, and with the more crit damage he has, the higher he gets a gain back of his energy. So he potentially can hit with this skill and regain a bunch of his energy and steal another turn from an enemy team. So that's another nice skill. Next, we got one of his skill 2s. I prefer the undead slashing, but I'll take a look at both of them for the spotlight, and I'll tell you why I prefer this one. This one attacks one unit 3 times. It does a good chunk of damage, has a 50% chance to reduce that unit's defense for 2 turns, and depending upon your crit damage, you have a chance to ignore the defense and all the buffs the target has. So potentially you could nuke really, really hard by ignoring the defense and everything with this particular skill. And it's on one target. So you're going to reduce defense, or you have a chance to reduce defense, and then on top of that, you have another chance to ignore defense and all other buffs that they have. Defense buffs, everything else. Which is actually really, really powerful. It's on a 4-turn cooldown, gets a nice little damage, another 20% damage, and then the reduced cooldown is nice. So it's going to be potentially, if you skill them up, it's a 3-turn cooldown, which is actually really, really nice. If you remember, this thing also buffs his energy, so he can go again. So that's actually a really powerful skill to give him that. Then this one does one big solid smack, has a chance to stun the target, and after you're done, it gives you another chance to do an additional attack depending upon your crit damage. This one could be really, really good. It has a chance to stun, but I don't really like that. It goes up to 100% chance to stun, but the reason I'm not thrilled necessarily with this skill is because what kind of unit he is. He's a damage dealing unit, not a support unit. So he's going to be a unit that you're not running a lot of hit or accuracy on. So the chance that he's going to stun is actually pretty low. It may say it's 100%, but with a unit like him, like mine right now, has 21% hit, which is probably going to be one of the higher hits on, most people that are going to be using this unit. He's not going to be known for him putting a bunch of debuffs and everything on an enemy unit. So I prefer this one. A chance for a defense break, which is nice, but that's just a bonus. But it has a chance to ignore defense and everything else, which is really, really handy. But if you want, this is a chance. You can use it in other places. So this is a viable skill. It's not a useless dead skill that you can't use. But for overall, I prefer the other one. So we're going to move over to his third skill, which is all passives. So on the passives, this is going to be a big one that I've seen in a lot of videos of people that have been posting about this guy. This is the passive that a lot of people are really excited about. While he's alive, this 70% chance is going to go up to 100, by the way. While he's alive, all of the other allies are going to do bonus damage based on his critical damage multiplier. So because he has a bunch of crit damage, he's going to effectively increase by a good portion the damage of the entire team. And for anybody that really wants to see this piercing halo passive kick into real full effect, What the Flaw did a video recently doing a 10-second evil lair run. So the evil lair chimera, which is over here, this one right here, he did in under 10 seconds. It's absolutely insane. So that is a skill that's going to be very well highlighted. Everybody's going to look for it. Everybody's going to play around with it. Everybody's going to love that skill, which is good. But I want to talk about the whole skill set and what this guy can really do here, there, and everywhere. So his second passive, again, goes up to 100% chance to give all allies a 10% drain effect, and has a chance to increase that effect by 1% based off of his crit rate. So it can effectively go up a good bit. So that basically gives the entire team drain effect, which is a skill passive that most people are really not going to care about. It's not exciting. It's not like a big, massive smacking damage. It's really only good for certain very niche teams. So it's good, but it's not exciting, nor is it going to be popular. Now on to his last and my personal favorite of his passives, specifically for PvP and stuff like that. Whenever he's killed, he revives with 30% HP, 100% energy, and depending upon his crit damage, he has a chance to stun all the enemies for 1 turn. So the enemy goes, they kill him, he dies, comes right back, insta stun, or has a chance to insta stun the entire enemy team. And then on top of that, he's now at 100% energy, so he can start doing his stuff. So he can die, come back, stun, and then go straight into dealing damage on people. So it's a really effective skill, especially if you get lucky with the stuns. Because like I said earlier, he's a damaging unit. He's not a support unit. So you're not going to be running him with a whole lot of hit. So the chance stun is kind of low, but it is still there. And worst case, he dies, comes back, and he just nukes something. As soon as he gets back up, he comes back and swings with us, or swings with this, and just starts doing extra damage coming back. So he has a second chance to come back and do something. On the other hand, on his leader skill, attack plus 33% everywhere. It's usable in Catacombs, PvP, Vapor Dreamland, everywhere. So this leader skill is usable anywhere and everywhere, which is always the best way a leader skill is. You always want a leader skill usable everywhere. So I'm going to be using this for a lot of the content, except for the PvP stuff. This is how I have him built in Ruined right now. I have him on Berserk, Immunity, Speed, Crit Damage, Attack. This isn't the best set for him, and I planned on building him a different way, but these are the runes I had for him, and they work pretty well for what I want in PvP. These are the runes I got on him. Nothing dramatic, nothing crazy, but they get the job done. He's got a nice, decent amount of crit rate. Some crit damage, he could be a lot higher on the crit damage, but I went for a little bit of all around crit rate, crit damage, and speed, because I wanted the speed so that I could make use of this energy gain. So that's the Bone King and his skills. That's my rune set. You normally are going to see an attack on slot 2, which is usually the better option, but I also like to use him in some dungeons, so I wanted to go with some speed so it could hit more often. So there's him. There's the runes. And now, time to go and show you a couple places where he could be usable. So this, right off the bat, attack percent leader. You really, really like that attack percent leader. Usable anywhere and everywhere. So he can be used here, he can be used anywhere else. So this is a team that he can be fit in. You can take all these units out. Monkey King's just there to silence a passive, so the boss doesn't revenge at 50%. Most likely the Shaman is a better option, but mine isn't fully skilled up, so I just use the Monkey King to dig on through it. You got Succubus for the defense break, another nuker, and somebody to stop the towers from moving. So we'll just go into this, and you'll see what he can do inside of the dungeon. And yes, he can be used for speed runs, especially with the shaman. And there he goes, doing a nice, good hard hit. So let's pause this real quick. And you'll see he has element advantage in here right this second. And he can hit in that bonus turn, which is why I liked on Berserk. He can do that. And see his passive is going activating there? That's his passive increasing the damage that the team's going to do. So there you go. That's him. He's not attack buff, and he's doing 10k per single hit on his first skill. Not the best, but it works. All right, now this is his second skill, which can technically ignore defense. 16-16, and then I couldn't see the other one. And there you go, another nice hard hit. 165. Oh, come on, Spider Queen, don't be showing off. So there you go. That is what he can do. That was his passive activating and helping out the rest of the team for doing a good chunk more damage. So there you go. And that was with me putting it on 1 time speed. That's a 1 minute 24 seconds at times 1 speed. So let's try that. Put it on auto and 3 times speed. So yes, he can be used in this way, because the more you see, if you see his passive activating for extra damage for the whole team, that can help speed up a dungeon run a lot, especially with the shaman passive. He's good all on his own. You don't need these units. See, there he goes. Nukes down that center boss all on his own. And because of his passive, Spider Queen does more damage, and all of them are going to do just extra damage over and over. So if you're wanting a speed run, or you want to try to get things a little bit more consistently fast, Boneking will work. And there you go. 46 seconds. And that's with a Boneking and all that. You can switch them all around. You can take him out. You can flop in Shaman. That's usually the monster you would want. But mine is not very well ruined right now, and it's not full skilled. So it doesn't do very well yet. But I'll show it to you just so you can get an idea. Since everybody likes to use Shaman for super speed runs, we'll try that. And yes, his passive alongside the Shaman curse is absolutely broken for damage. And hopefully, if you really like the Boneking, you can put him on the set with a full skilled passive. So now the Shaman put up his curse. Now it's all about the damage. They do enough damage, and just the next hit probably. Come on. If that Spider Queen gets going, it's going to be a kill. Or not. Oh, there you go. 45 seconds. Started lagging behind right there at the end, because Medusa is not necessarily the best for that, and my Shaman is not very well ruined for that. So there's that. He's good there. Just earlier I was farming Evil as well, and he works in the same team. Nice speed little run. You can use them in evil, you can use them in chaotic, you can use them in the giant, you can use them in magic. I'm gonna try him in the Colossus, but I'm not entirely sure how well the team will fit. But he should fit in, and probably will get just under a minute run. So we'll test that here in just a second. But this is just to show you that yes, he can be used for speed runs, and he's actually very, very good for that. So there you go. Now finally the succubus. I gotta put succubus on a different skill set. She is just not quite what I want out of her. But there you go. And nice and done. 58 seconds. The same team earlier did that 38 seconds. It wasn't a different team. It was this actual team. So there's that. And now I know everybody is always asking about, well, can it do Colossus? Well, let's try it out. The same team. Just put this right here. And let's go in. Yet again, if I had my fully skilled up shaman, he would be in place of the monkey. So you wouldn't have to use the monkey. And I could switch out Medusa for another damage dealer. And that would work much, much better. So, as you can tell, if you watch all the skills, Bone King passive is popping off quite a bit, and it's not skilled at all. If it was skilled, this would be a much, much more powerful, much faster team. There we go. Finally, succubus. Nice defense break. So, there you go. And that is a speed-ish run Colossus. Just under a minute. Yep, just like I thought. Just under a minute. Nice little ascension cap. So there you go. Can do Colossus, Magic. I'm not going to be playing with him in Leviathan right now because I don't have a team set up for Leviathan for Bone King. I would have to get the right kind of team. But he can do all the other content just like that. The chaos, just the same as the evil and everything, the magic. So that's all of that. Now, let's switch over his skill real quick. Switch over to this one. This is the one I like. This one's a fun one. Now, swap into here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Faw's been playing with me today. He's been having some fun. But let's go and try to find... we'll pick a random... We'll go with Corbin, because I wanted to see that. Alright, so let's play with a team with him. So what kind of teams can you use Bone King in? There's a lot of different kinds of teams. But for the team I'm going to do, I'm going to play with a little bit of an oddball team that most people would probably never come up with. Which will look something like this. Those two, and I guess I could do that. Looks like a really oddball team, doesn't it? Actually, no, I will do something a little bit easier. Nat 4. How's that? Nat 4, Nat 3, Bone King Spotlight, and she's just a good leader skill and just all around she's a good unit for this. So there you go. We'll do that kind of setup. Most people, this is a nasty team you don't want to fight because they're going to outspeed you. They're just going to do nasty things to your team. But he's on immunity, remember? And this right here, Golem, a 3-star, is going to be the key to completely blocking most of the damage from them. So he is going to be the one stopping most of the damage coming out of them. And he is going to save the Golem. So the Golem is actually going to be the target for most of that team. So let's go on. So there we go. There you go. They do their thing. Still no damage coming out. There you go. They've already spent all of their power. They've got almost nothing they can do. Now Bone King can do all of what he wants. There you go. Nice smack. And see, that Golem is going to keep everybody alive. I'll do another one without the Centaur and let the Bone King die, just so you can see what it would do. See? And that right there is why I like Berserk on him. Because if he starts going crazy, he can do quite a bit of damage. So let's try somebody that... I think I know. Oh, that is going to be absolutely not fun for Bone King right now. Unless I put a really good team for it. This could work. This could actually work really well. Well, this guy might. No, let's do another one that's a nuking without a multi-hit that can hit him as he comes back up. Come on. Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Alright. So we'll do this team. And I'll put a support unit there as a backup damage. He's going to be a tanky damage just in case he actually really dies. But I want to just show you what happens with his passive proccing, hopefully, for an AoE stun. This is basically just a test to show you what the stun can do. So they go first. Boom. He came back, but they had immunity, so that didn't work out so well. Well, that was a fail on my part. So we will just drop her. But he's going to probably die here shortly. Yep, there you go. But you got to see him come back, and I'll have to get off of the whole, what the hell? That's a weird skill for the druid to use. But you got to see him revive, and let's see if I can find somebody that can just single target nuke. Jeez, let's refresh. Find just somebody to nuke him without that. Just a single nuke. Come on. Not bruisers. Where did all my nukers go for the day? Come on. Do you got it? Not really. No, I just saw you. What do you got? Also, yeah. Well, let's go again. Not gonna do it. There you go. That'll work out much better. So 255, 225, 150, and 178 speed. This doesn't have the damage, I don't think, to actually kill Bone King. To be entirely honest. Ugh. Juki, you got it? Nope. Fark? Kind of, but they got a strip. Come on. I just want a standard nuking team. Why is everybody using these weird teams? There you go. That's a nice standard one. Jeez. Everybody wanted to play hardball with me today. So, they're going to do their usual cleave. And what should happen is boneking should die, come back, stun, and then get a turn to kill whatever he wants. And there you go. That didn't kill him. That's kind of weird. How dare you, Loki? You're supposed to kill. Come on. I'm gonna try to kill all the rest of them and leave the Windwalker for last. Because I want the Windwalker to try and kill. Well, that's not gonna work. No, you guys are there. You go. Come on, Windwalker, kill him. Windwalker, you fail. There you go. And doesn't even proc the stun. Oh well. Well, that's the idea, more or less. But that is the Bone King Spotlight. A great unit, definitely usable in PvE and PvP content. He's actually a unit I just recently used in this last Apex Arena ranking. And I was in, what, second or third place in the rankings? And this is the team I was using him in. Just like I was using on that offense. Except for I have the idol inside of there instead. And they got quite a few defense wins. So he's good in offense, defense, and all-around use. You just got to get his skill set up right and use him appropriately. So yes, he's a very good unit. Thank you for tuning in. Please sub, like, and comment for anything you'd like me to put up in the next video.